Welcome to DIY RV and Home Camper's Life. My name's Greg. Today I'm upgrading and changing out the breakaway cable on our trailer. Going from the stock just cable to this coiled up zip breakaway cable. And the reason I'm doing that is a few years ago, after we got back from a camp trip, I was lowering the front tongue jack to put the trailer away, and I did not realize it, but I caught the cable underneath the tongue jack, and as I raised up, it pulled the pin and activated the trailer brakes. Now, I didn't catch it at the time, and luckily it didn't do any damage. But when I did walk inside the trailer, I heard the converter fan just going crazy, and I was like, what's going on? And then I started looking around and I realized what was going on. So ever since then, I've been really thinking about doing this, and I ran across it the other day while shopping and thought, hey, time to do it before it happens again where I accidentally did it. Also, those do get old, so they will start fraying. I'm not really a particular fan of how they are strung through the chain here. It's just an opportunity for it to get caught, pulled, and activated, at least in my opinion. So normally when I hook up and I hook this to the truck, I'm always making sure there's a little slack here, then I reach underneath, make sure there's some slack, make sure everything's golden. But I don't want to have to worry about that. So we've got the zip breakaway cable that we're going to install. This is a 6 foot. Tools need is going to be a pair of cutters. And first thing before you do anything with this is go ahead and disconnect your battery. Unplug your trailer from Shoreline if you have that. You want to make sure that you disconnect, because you are going to be pulling the pin for the breakaway, and you don't want to be activating those brakes at that time. Now for us, I'll show you what I've got to do, but for most, you can just either turn your battery switch off, disconnect the battery, and just make sure your Shoreline's unplugged. Inside, this is where I have all my wiring run, where I've done all that upgrades. There's a link right here to the series that I've done on this. But for me, I've got solar, so I need to disconnect my solar first. So to do that, I've got my solar disconnect. So I've got that disconnected. Next, I've got, this is my catastrophic fuse coming up. So I've got inverter and also 12 volt. I'm going to disconnect both of them. So my inverter shut off, and now my 12 volt is shut off. I know that right here is my emergency breakaway cable wire, so I'm 100% sure that everything is disconnected. Now what I can do is move my doggy out of the way. Harley Joe, come in, and see if I can get you in here and show you. Right here is where that breakaway cable goes into the control box. So we're going to go ahead and pull it, and then we'll cut the wire. All right, took a little force. There it is, removed. So next we're going to be cutting this wire right here so we can get rid of the wire. Now with the cable removed, we can go ahead and put our new cable on. So we have our carabiner, and then we have our basically like key ring. Instructions, follow safety instructions. So we're going to go ahead and just wind this through just like that. Just that simple. Now all we got to do, and as you can see, it goes in one of two ways. We'll get this pushed all the way back in, make sure it's completely reinserted before we re-energize our battery and our solar. Okay, now let's get this reinstalled. Okay, you heard that click. There it is, completely reseated into position. Now we should be able to go and reconnect our battery and our solar. All right, for my reset process, I'm gonna go ahead and just reset the resettable breaker by pushing the flag back in place. Do that with the inverter as we can hear it come on. And now, last thing we need to do is just reconnect our solar. The last thing we got to do is just get rid of this cable. Just pull it right through that chain. There, no more accidentals. This one right over here, and we'll attach it to the truck. And when we are parked, we can go ahead and just hook it somewhere out of the way so it doesn't get hooked underneath the foot as it's going down, and we don't have one of those accidental trips again. All right, just a real quick simple project today, replacing that breakaway cable with that zip style. So if you guys liked the video, please hit the like button, subscribe and share, and until next time, happy camping.